Lucky Strike lived up the block with me on Tremont. And Speedy like, yo, I gotta go get this check from this guy, Lucky Stripe. He's Zulu. Let's go. I go to his house. He lived downstairs. I go to his house, and hey, what's up, Speedy? Man, hey, what's up? This is my nephew. His house, flashback, should be in the hip hop
It's a museum.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God. I looked
Anyone
on the
that has been
walls.
to Lucky Strike's
Oh
crib,
my God. I had the honor to be in his crib, an underground hip hop museum.
yes.
And he was breaking down everything he had, from the Zelles, from the belt buckles, from who owned it, from who had it, the originals, the show
Yes.
tops, the shoelaces, from what movie, and this. And he had records and vinyls, and he had this. And I was like, oh my God, slow down. Slow down. Who's this?
In
Oh
fact,
man.
he gave me his personal beads as a Zulu there when they did the ceremony, whatever, and he claimed me as a Zulu in his crib, and I was frozen because I was just looking around like, what the hell is this? And
There's a
and in fact, no this to Museum of Graffiti in Miami or the museum in New York,
the
but
Bronx,
it
yeah.
cannot touch that place. It cannot touch Lucky Strike's crib, bro.
It cannot.
The
It
way
cannot.
that
And
place, it
he's
cannot.
a hip hop guru, a historian, a true hip hop junkie. His house was so beautiful. And
the show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Flash Talks, history worth listening to. I go by the name of Flashback, and tonight we have another special guest, one of my brothers that I traveled the world with. He goes by the name of Raymond Cologne, aka Ray Meysterio, third generation B-boy of the legendary New York City Breakers. Growing up in the 90s, he was introduced to hip hop at an early age around hip hop legends and pioneers. It wasn't until high school when he took breaking and the culture serious, and a few years later, he was touring with world hip hop legends such as Curtis Blow, Rob Bass, Houdini, Slick Rick, Special Ed, and he also danced with freestyle legends like Will to Power, Coro, Wet and Wild, and the Wepa Man. Rest in peace. Ray had the honor to dance for the troops overseas in the Middle East in countries like Afghanistan, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt, from opening and sold out shows in Nagasaki, Japan for New Year's Eve and closing out sold out concerts in the US, from dancing on Tom Joyner's old school cruise. There's not a stage he hasn't performed and entertained. Ray is currently traveling full time across America in a fifth wheel with his family and living the dream. His motto is home is where you park at. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ray Mysterio. Bam. What up, what up, what up?
Yo, what's up? Peace,
What's
love from
good?
up
What's
above.
good?
Nothing.
Good to have you, man. It's been a while. It's been years, but hey, you got your family. I got my family. People, go separate ways for a little while, but it's all good. We here right now. But welcome to the show. Welcome to Flash Talk. Usually, the first thing I like to do is what you see in the screen.
I see beautiful artwork,
Okay.
the hip hop culture, the elements.
Okay. The elements, like what? Like, say some
I
of the elements
see.
that you see.
I see the two dope characters, you and your wifey, the
Okay.
B-boy,
Okay.
B-girl. I see the DJ in the corner, the graffiti spray can. Okay, I see the MC up at top.
There you
Beautiful.
go. And now there's a fifth element. And I know you know what fifth element is. What's the
Oh
fifth
yeah,
element and where do you see it here?
it's me and you, bro. The history, the knowledge,
There you
what we
go.
what we
There you
have
go. The
here, what we
knowledge.
have here.
That's what's up. Hell yeah, hell yeah. So we're gonna start it off right away, man. I want to know, and people want to know, how were you introduced to the hip hop culture? Like, talk to us about the beginning when you first started it. It don't matter how old you were, but just try to think of the year and try to think of when it all started for you that you saw the culture.
Sheesh. Early on, early. Uh, I my grandmother adopted me, and she had brought me back to her house, and she was like, you're gonna live with me and your uncles uh in the Bronx. And I was like, yo, thank you, that's what's up. So I get there, I'm in the apartment, and I can hear bass coming from the back room. I'm like, what the hell is that? She was like, oh, that's your
How
uncle.
how old are
Uh,
you? How old are you?
I was 9 years old. This is
So
89.
this is like, oh, so this is 1989, and you're 9 years old, and
Yeah.
your grandmother decided to adopt you, and carry on.
So I get inside the house, and she was like, oh, that's in Spanish. You know how old Latino grandmothers are. Oh, that's that stupid devil music in Spanish. And I was like, uh, I like that. So I walk up to, I walk to the back room, and I can hear it getting louder and louder, and I just open up the door, and there he is. He's popping in the mirror, sweating, and I was like, hi, I'm your nephew. I want to learn that.
Oh wow! So who was that character in that room, popping, doing all
Uh,
that?
that was Speedy D for New York City Breakers.
Oh my God, Speedy D for newspaper. And so was he a popper? Well, that's the first thing you saw him popping, right?
Yeah, he was a popper before a breaker. So a B-boy, excuse me. He was I remember to this day, vivid. He had a red tank top, red and white striped pants, red Pumas, and like a red and white silver mariachi hat. And he was about to do a show. I know, right? He was about to do a show that day. Oh man, where was he gonna do a show? I want to say maybe not Soul Train. I forgot. Anyway, he was doing a show that day, and the crew he was in part of was the old popping crew that was called USA Breakers. Because he
Wow.
has a poster in the room, and that's when I first was introduced to hip hop, and I was like, "This is what I gotta do. I want this." So
So
yeah,
you immediately
and
see
then
him. Immediately see him, and you're like, you made your decision right away.
like that,
Wow, because you've
snap
never
of a
seen
dime.
nothing like that. You never saw something like
Never.
that before.
No, I was in the group home, and oh, it was uh a Catholic group home. So all we did was, kumbaya, my lord, like nothing like this. So this is new to me. I was like, wow, like holy shit, what the hell is this? And once I saw that, I was hooked. I was hooked.
So now
Yeah,
you
man.
seen Speedy popping. How long did it take? Like, when was it that you guys started practicing with him teaching you how to break? Or because me and you toured around the world. We did stuff with Curtis Blow, which in the intro I mentioned the New Year's Eve, and that was in Nagasaki, Japan. And I remember that like it was yesterday. That was epic. Like,
Best
I never
experience of my
forget.
life, man.
Tell me that wasn't crazy. And you remember it was like on a pirate ship.
It was,
It was like
it
in
was
a
actually it was if you do a little history, that's where you know how Pearl Harbor they bombed
Oh
they
no,
came
no,
over
I
and they
know
bombed
that. I know, but I'm
and then
saying it
we
looked like a
bombed them
pirate
back.
ship.
Yeah, and we bombed
Yes.
them back. Well, they built a whole city where
Yes.
that all happened, and it was like a huge attraction where they had like a pirate ship, and island with the bridge. Oh man, it was beautiful. Best experience of my life.
It was
I
nuts,
remember
and I
that.
remember the fireworks and
The
it
crowd,
was just
50,000.
oh
50,000 plus
yes.
crowd.
That's what I
The
was about
crowd.
to say. I
The,
remember me, you were in the back. We were working our routines, practicing, and then we haven't seen the crowd yet. And
uh-huh.
then I remember you walked first and you looked to the left because we were about to perform. And I saw you look back at me and you were like, yo, come and see this. And I looked to the left and I was like, oh my, I've never seen so much people in my life. And we had to
Never.
perform for them. That was
Never.
nuts. That was
On
such
their
an
New Year.
you
On
remember
their New Year.
remember yeah, remember that after that we got drunk off of sake. You
That shit was
remember
hot.
they brought the
That shit was hot.
yeah, they brought the like 10 barrels. Remember that? Like a bunch of barrels,
I
and
burned
they
my lip
opened
because
it
it's so
up, and it
hot.
was yeah, it was hot. And we're drinking that, and we weren't even drinkers. We were just drinking it,
I
like
know.
because we wanted to be down. So
And when they
I
experienced it,
remember,
the
yeah,
culture.
but it was amazing, man. So carry on. So what happened after you met Speed? Well,
So
you see your uncle. Go
you know,
ahead.
I remember one day he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna teach you this, you know, but you got to be dedicated. You know, this is not a joke. This is serious. This is a culture. This is, you know, this is everything." And I was like, "Oh, whoa, 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 whoa!" I was like, "Slow down, okay," because he was serious about it. So I was like, "All right, you know, I'll try it." He wasn't patient, so I gave up, and I was like, whatever. It wasn't to maybe about 4 or 5 years later when I got into high school. I went to Kingsbridge High School, by the way, which is
Okay, that's what's up.
right by the legendary,
Yes,
incredible Josh. You know,
yes, yes,
I went to
yes.
Kingsbridge, and I bumped to this dude named Richie, not Abuelo. He lived on
Okay.
Morris, young kid. He had a ponytail, and he liked the top rock. And I was like, "Yo, my uncle does that shit, man." He goes, "Yeah, man." He goes, "I want to learn. You know, I want to go back and learn." So Speedy was still living with me, and he was doing his tours. That's when he was with you. I want to say, no, I'm sorry. He was with Jam on the Groove,
Oh,
and he was
okay.
doing,
So
yeah,
yeah.
he was doing his thing. Jam. He was still breaking it. He's still breaking B-boy and touring, and I was still living with him in the house, and I always see him come back with bags or his gear, and I was like, man, I want to learn how to do it. I learn how to do it, but he wasn't patient. He was too busy touring, practicing, so I didn't want to bother him, you know. But I was still practicing on my own. I go downstairs in my
Okay.
lobby and practice footwork and steal his videos. Like the best video he had that I stole his Mauricio, the next one.
Oh, the next one video.
I stole that video from him and I played it on my VCR. And I was rewinding, playing it, rewinding it, and he was so good, so fast. I'm like, man, I can't watch this guy. He's too good for me. And then he had another video, the Ken Swift video, and I stole that
Nice.
video too. And that's when I really sat down. I watched Ken Swift, and I was watching Seven Gems, and he had all these videotapes, and I was just stealing them, and I was watching them and watching them. And then eighth grade, I'm sorry, ninth grade came by, 10th grade, a year later, I got better. He's like, wow, you're getting a lot better. And he was like, I'm gonna take you down to Davidson because I lived on Burnside. I lived 4 blocks from where Kool Herc, you know, on Cedric. I lived on Andrews.
Yeah.
It was Andrews, Pelham, Hennessy, Cedric. I lived 4 blocks from where Kool Herc started everything. So he was like, I'm going to take you to my practice that we have down on Davidson. Me and my boy London, we have a practice. I'm going to take you down there and just watch these guys. And I'm like, yeah, cool, man. Hell yeah, thanks. I get into the door and I look at these B-boys. I'm like, holy shit. I seen you before. There was London, Miguelito, Mighty Mike, Fever One, Speedy Legs. Speedy
Oh
Legs.
wow. What
Yeah.
the hell? Speedy Legs was
Speedy Legs was
there?
there. And
But what year was this?
Zulu,
If Speedy Legs is out there, what
uh
year was this? It's like 97?
94. 94, I
No,
want
it
to
can't
say.
be 94. Nah, that's
90.
too early. Because if you have the
Oh,
7
no,
gem
you're right,
stage,
right. I'm sorry. I was 16, so 96.
okay, so 96. Okay.
Yeah, because I was
But
16. You're right. You're absolutely right.
okay, so 96, because I know Speedy Legs came down for the Incredible Breakers Award. And I remember he came down that time. Like I think it was that was the third time he came down. So that's why I'm remembering the years. But carry on. So you walk in
So
this
yeah,
place.
so it was like an apartment, and they made it to like a dance studio. So ghetto. The walls had mirrors, big speakers, no furniture, no TV, no nothing, just mirrors on the wall.
Wait, isn't this London's crib?
Yes, on Davidson.
This is London. This is London's apartment.
Yeah, on Davidson. That was his studio, which it was an apartment, but he made it to a studio because it was cheaper to
I
rent
remember that.
apartment than a studio.
The Alieness
So,
ended up moving there later on, right?
yes, absolutely right. Him and Fever.
That's
Him and Fever.
yes. You see, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that. So go ahead.
So anyway, so I at that time I already had windmills, I already had ball ups, I already had baby swipes foot on my own, watching all these videos. And I get there and I see Bboys. I'm like, oh shit. They're about to do a show on the weekend. Their crew at that time, it was just for the show. I think they were it was for that show. They were called Break Beat Assassins. And they were there practicing, doing the thing.
Breakbeat Assassins?
Break Beat Assassins. And
that's amazing.
I'm gonna say one thing, Flash. I'm gonna say one thing. The only B-boy that stood out to me, and me and him kind of bonded real quick, was Speedy Legs.
Really?
Because he was so goofy, so funny, so his character, how he was. He was talking shit to Speedy, talking shit to London, and they were having fun. And I like that vibe. I like that goofiness. I like that, like that cocky but humble goofiness.
Yeah.
Battle you right now. Just go have fun.
Okay.
And that stood out to me. And I was like, man, I like this guy. So that's where it really, really, really sparked in my mind and in my heart. And I took it I started doing it in high school for being the popular guy, trying to get the girls, trying to be cool. But when I walked into that room and I felt that energy, that's when I know this is what I got to do. This is what I want to be. This is who I'm going to be, and I'm going to live it. And I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with it all over again. It's like that 9-year-old kid who's seen it for the first time is now 16, seeing it for the first time, for the real first time. You get it?
Okay. Yes.
So that's when I was like, yo, so now I'm hungry. So now I'm bothering them. Yo, we ain't going to next practice. Yo, we ain't going here. We ain't going there. Please take me. And all right, fine. He took me to back to the practices. I'm going there all the time. And like twice a week. That's when I first met K-Mel. K-Mel was there practicing with and then actually, yeah, I met K-Mel there. He was there practicing, and then it became a practice spot, rather than a studio. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, can I come here all the time? He was like, well, only when I come, you can come.
Okay. He didn't want nobody to teach you and grab you, put you under your wing.
You're
gonna be under my wing.
Exactly. And that's why K-Mel, K-Mel was there showing me love. The only one who didn't show me love, who actually I felt like he was trying to probably give me like a hard, when you, and like in Kung Fu, when you go to a master and they hard on you, but then they show you love. Mm-hmm. Fever one.
Okay.
I remember me going down. I was doing my ball ups, and I got back up, and they weren't clean or smooth. And he went behind me, and he ripped it to backspins, to ball up, to backspins, and he did like a coin pop up, and I was like, whoa! And looked at me.
Oh, so yes.
I'm like, I'm only 16. I'm only 16. Now you've been breaking all this a year and a half.
Yeah. So he's already coming after you. So you already felt the territorial vibe of a B-boy, right?
Yeah, I already felt that. And I was like, all right, okay. You have that. So anyway, so that same year, Speedy's like, yo, there's a big anniversary going on. This is the first time I've been to a jam, by the way. I never seen.
Oh,
I only seen practice. Only
Okay,
seen practice.
okay.
I never been to a jam.
And I haven't met you yet, right?
Not yet. I meet you.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna get there. So
okay.
Speedy's like, yo, we're going to Manhattan Center. Rocksteady anniversary. Oh wow, okay.
Wait,
I get
97 Rocksteady anniversary?
no.
If it's in Manhattan Center, did Honey Rockwell and Smirk perform on top of the stage? The whole Rocksteady crew perform?
Yes.
The whole
Yes.
Rocksteady and
So that
DJ
was 96 then,
Scribble.
right? Yes. Was that when Lords of Zion battled Rocksteady?
That's, I believe, in my heart, I think that's 98 now. Because in 97, it was Rocksteady Park outside, and they did them day 2 or day 3 at Manhattan Center. And they
I was at that one.
stage.
So I went to that one because I met Wicked for the first time. And he was a cool cat, short little cool cat, dope. I like Wicked. But
now is it Wicked
remember,
from Footwork Fanatics with Flowmaster back then?
No, from Renegades, Cali.
Oh, Cali. Okay.
That Wicked. So I remember seeing Lord of Zion, this Asian dude, and Easy Rock going at it.
Scramble Eggs.
Yes. And I'm like, oh
or
my
Ghost.
God, this is
the Scramble Eggs.
It was Ghost. It was Ghost. You're right. It was Ghost. So that's my first time being in the gym. First time seeing a battle. First time seeing Rocksteady.
Scramble Egg Feet is the crew. No. I'm so confused. I remember somebody had Scramble Legs or Scramble Feet or something like that. But I remember it was Ghost. The Morenito that he looked like he was a soccer player.
Yeah.
Cyborg or something like that.
You know who's in that crew too? Exino.
He was in that crew too?
Yeah, that's when he was like
wait. No. He used to practice in Virginia with Lab Rats and them. He was dating Venus, Bgirl Venus, and that's how he started doing them tracks with one hand like that. That he called them Venuses. Yeah. So carry on. So you're at Rocksteady, you show up,
so I'm at the Rocksteady anniversary, and I'm looking around. I'm seeing all this flavor. I'm seeing the DJs, the graffiti. And I'm like, damn, Speedy, why you took so long to teach me this, to show me this? I seen it on camera, on video, on VHS, but to see it live, bro, my mind went from here to here. Sky's the limit. When I seen that, I was like, yo, this is exactly where I need to be in life. This is where exactly he's gonna do. I want to be somebody. I want to train. I want to be better than him. I want to eat. I want to hungry. I want to battle. I want to this. Speedy said, you're not gonna battle. You're gonna train with me, and we're gonna tour the world. Because that's where the money's at. Because he wanted me to make money. He said that for you to make money in this culture, with all due respect, because he loved the culture, the only way you make money is if you go on tour and you travel. Take it from me, my advice. And then, anyway, so later on, I'm practicing with Speedy. I'm doing shows here and there for free because I'm still young. I'm 17. I'm 18. Speedy's like, yo, after school, because like I told you, I went to Kingsbridge. After school, I'm doing a practice at St. James Park. I want you to go to St. James Park, go to the community center. I'll be there. Show up after school. And that's when I first met you. At the practice at St.
Oh my God, I remember that practice. Now that
that's when I first met you. He was like, yo, I'm bringing this cool ass cat. His name is Flashback. He's gonna be part of the team. He's gonna start traveling with me. We're gonna blah blah blah. All this. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah. He goes, don't worry about it. The cat is cool. You're gonna like him. You're gonna love him. Oh man, talk you up. Okay. I get there. I meet you, and I was like, that's a cool ass cat. You were dope. You still all dope, but It was like your footwear was clean, smooth. Your
Because
top
I
part
was
was
a flipper. I
smooth.
had gainers
Yeah,
already.
yeah. I didn't see that up close, and you were so humble. You were like, yo, you should do this with that and this with that, and try to put your feet over your leg. And I remember I first met you, and I was like, yo, I like this kid. I like him. All right, Speedy. Yeah, hell yeah.
How old were you? How old were you there?
So I had to be 17 because I was still in high school. Because I was
Wow,
coming from
so
a high
we know
school.
each other since then.
I
Damn,
was
brother.
I was I was leaving high school. I was cutting class, playing handball, going to practice in, in
No hooky
Kingsbridge.
parties, no hooky parties.
Oh yeah, man. But also, I we had a practice in Lehman College, and you were there.
Yeah, leaving. I love that practice too, man. That
Yeah,
was
and
such
I
a dope
was going to
practice.
high school next door.
Oh,
That's when you had
snap.
introduced me. Yeah, that's when you had introduced me to the PS86 practice.
Oh, okay. So that's when I invited you because I was already kind of down with Incredible Breakers because they were already family. But I was no longer in Living on Concrete, the first crew that I used to be down in. Remember LOC?
Yeah, I remember those.
But I wasn't down with them anymore, or was because when I started doing show, when I met
Now,
Speedy, I met him at Skakey, and he used to see me flip and tumble and all that, and he would be like, "Yo, man, I want to put you on the show. I want to try, blah blah." And he said, "Come to this practice. You know,
yeah.
I want to put a little team together." Now, besides myself, who was there too when you
Miguelito,
first met me?
Miguelito,
Mighty
Mighty
Mike was
Mike,
there. Yes. Who else?
Mind
Who else?
Rockers. Miguelito was there. You were there. Speedy was there. Bam Bam, because he was the
Bam
popper.
Bam. That's correct.
He was the popper.
Was
Engine
engine number
nine.
9 there? Oh,
Engine
I
number
just said
nine.
it
Yeah,
right now. We
yeah.
both said it at the
We
same
did.
time. Engine number
Engine
9.
nine.
Yeah.
He's a cool cat. I like that kid, man. He's a
Yeah,
cool cat.
man. Yeah. Engine number 9 was dope.
Yeah,
He
man.
looked like a Japanese character with the mustache down.
He had the
Remember that?
mustache. He was cool, man. Oh man. And
So you meet me there and we hit it off right away. I remember that.
yeah.
Because I remember, you had you already had like windmills and you had the head glide, like the ICIs, the
Yeah.
head glides, which I found out that's the name of, they call it donuts. I mean, the Halo.
Halo.
Corey,
But back
ICIs
then,
told me that that's called Halo, that tracks are something different. But Halo, and I remember you were doing windmill, and then you went shh, and pam, you caught it in a chair, and I was like, holy shit. And
yeah.
this guy's been breaking for how long? I remember asking Speedy. I was like, yo, Speedy, how long is your nephew breaking? He said, oh, he used to break, but then he stopped, and he'd been breaking for like kind of like a year or something. I was like, damn, this dude is nasty already for a year breaking. Like,
I was hungry after Rocksteady.
and you
I
had
was hungry.
flares. Your flare was beautiful too. Then you
I
had
had
freaking open ass flares like that. You weren't combining them yet because I remember when I came in, I
not
was
yet.
like, yo, combine it to this, because you
Yeah.
had them flares, bro. Like, and you had them Filipino style, like from the back.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
I had
even
the
iller.
power flares. The power flares.
Yeah, the power flare. And I was
I'm
like,
telling you
oh,
why
shit.
though, right? You know why, right? Watching
Why?
Maurizio.
The next one. Yes.
That's why. That's watching him. I watched his video
see,
to.
I
watched
see
his
it now.
VHS flash. I watched his VHS to the shit broke. from rewinding, playing.
Didn't we all do that?
Oh
man? And then you fixed them. You fixed the tape. You fixed it.
Yeah.
Back together.
And then the screen would go away and come back.
Yep. So now, who were around that time? Who were your mentors and teachers that were really dedicating their time? Because you were already inspired by Speedy, but who were your mentors and teachers around that time?
So at that time, as I got better, from the beginning, because I don't want to miss nobody out, you know, because I had a lot of teachers throughout my years,
So did I.
especially my. So I don't want to miss nobody and offend anybody. So if I do miss you, offend you, don't take it offensive. I just got your name off the top of my dome. One guy that, so my grandma passed away, and that was the end of my high school year. I was 18. And she passed away, and me and Speedy were left with the apartment. You know, how it's me and him in the apartment.
I remember that. And I remember when she passed away. I remember that time too. Because I remember that the conversation.
So now it was a 3-bedroom, dining room, living room. You know how the old school apartments is huge.
Yes,
Speedy
yes.
Yeah. So Speedy made the living room to a dance studio. He rented out the back room to a brother who, to this day, mad love, Tony Bones.
Oh, wow, that's right. I
Tony
went
Bones
one
was my
time to
roommate.
that apartment, and I remember Tony Bones. Oh my God,
He was my roommate.
This is the reason why I do the show.
Yeah,
Because
man.
it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle, and I'm
It
trying
really
to figure
is,
it
though.
out.
You're not lying.
When
You're not lying, bro.
I already knew Tony Bones, and one time, me and Tony, because a lot of people don't know, I wasn't really go-go dancing, but I was kind of go-go dancing at the tunnel in certain clubs. But Tony Bones put me on to a gig that he needed another dancer, and he said, "Yo, I want you to come to my crib. I'm gonna get ready, and then we're gonna go to the spot." And I remember when I went to his crib, nobody was at the apartment. You guys were out. And when I'm going in, you know, when you go in the apartment and you could tell, like, the studio, which is the living room, it was like a studio living room. It looked like a, and then the kitchen was to the right when you walk in.
The left.
Yes, the left. And you go.
And then it was the left kitchen, little hallway, the studio, Speedy's room, and my room in the back, and Tony Bones' room was right next door to me.
Yes. So then he told me, he's like, yo, Speedy, and his nephew, they live here. And I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? Like, Speed, wow. And I went in, he got dressed, and we went back downtown and we did our thing. But I never now that you mentioned it, it's like it just came back. Wow. So carry on. So yeah.
After Tony Bones moved in, it's funny because Bam Bam Dan moved in.
Yeah.
It was like a B-boy apartment, and I'm the youngest one, and I'm on. London was there all the time. Zulu Gremlin was there all the time. So Back to Mecca comes around. Okay.
Wasn't there like a big poster when you walked in?
Yep. It was.
What poster was that?
I
think it had like a world or something, or
it was somebody gave that to Speedy from Europe, I want to say, baby. So I want you to hear the story. Back to Mecca that summer. Remember that?
1998.
Back to Mecca comes. And London's doing there with Zulu Gremlin, and Speedy's getting there, and I'm in an apartment. I live in an apartment. Here all these B-boys and DJs come from Europe and California and Texas, and guess where they all stood at?
Oh,
the fucking apartment. Vietnam.
I think didn't some people stay at London's apartment too?
No, so they did. So watch this. Ready for this? So
go ahead.
They didn't know where London lived, and it was the first night they got there. It was like 2:00 in the morning, and there wasn't enough mattresses in the house for everybody. So Speedy's like, "Yo, take Vietnam, take Nightcrawler, and go down to London's apartment, which is like 5 blocks away." So we're walking in the hood in Vietnam and Nightcrawler. Well, Nightcrawler's from DC, right? Is he from DC or like Virginia? Yeah. So he's
kind of
Vietnam's hood, but not like New York hood, you know?
Yeah. He's like Cali hood, but and a nice part of Cali.
The popper. What's this guy's name?
Tommy Boy.
Yeah, we're walking down Burnside. It's like 2 in the morning, and we go to London's house. We go to London's house. And there's other B-boys there from Germany. I forgot the guy's name.
Is it the
Man.
super power head that he was short?
Yes.
Damn, he was
Man.
flying. Remember that me and you thought he was evil? B-boy evil. We thought it was him. We're
Yeah,
like, yo, that's
it
B-boy
wasn't him
evil.
though. I know. So we go down to his apartment and we're carrying a fucking mattress. We're carrying a king size mattress up to my apartment in the Bronx at 2:00 in the morning. You know how many people are throwing rocks at us, screaming at us?
And they thought y'all were robbing a spot or something.
Oh shit! Oh fuck! So anyway, so they're
So
carrying
you're
the big
probably
ass
under the
mattress.
mattress. You're probably under the
Carrying
mattress.
this big ass mattress up
Throwing shit.
Burnside.
You're under it.
We're carrying the mattress up Burnside, and this is when I really felt like the love and like the sacrifice a B-boy.
Yeah, it was just rawness. There was some rawness.
It was so
in everything.
raw, bro.
Yeah, figure it out. Figure it out.
Yeah, man. Hey, fuck it, let's do it. Who cares? Hey, I take that. Okay, let's go here. It was just the sacrifice and the dedication that these B-boys are putting into just to be at a jam. It's that. So you feel that love, you feel that, and I was like, wow, like this is what I'm talking about. So, anyways, we get up the apartment. Tony Bones, Zulu Gremlin, you name them, they're all there.
All the dope
G Wiz. Oh yeah, G Wiz, funny ass character.
He's still a dope brother, and yo, man, I want to have him on the show soon.
Yo, shout out to G Wiz, man, because
G Wiz, man, he's the man.
He's real.
Yeah.
He's so real.
Yes.
Another cat from Air Force. I forgot his name, man. Dark-skinned Mexican dude from Air Force. He was there. He was so funny, man.
For Air Force Crew?
Yeah.
Air Force Crew, was he a popper or was he B-boy?
No, B-boy. He had dope tracks and he had headbands. I want to say dark skin. You was there for Bet the Mecca. You dark skinned B-boy.
No, I remember that, but I'm trying to. Damn, it's kind of hard to remember.
Cuco.
Chuco.
No.
Chuco. No. Chuco is the popper. Yeah. He had a ponytail or no? Not that one, right?
No, because that would have been no. Oh man. Anyway, so
you got Little Caesar, you had Orko, you had Chuco, you had
Orko was also there, but no, not
shit. I know who you're talking about. You had Animation and you had
RP Animation, yeah.
Yes,
God.
well, that guy.
Anyway, so,
oh man, so my bad if you're watching this show, my bad.
Yeah, my bad though, but he cool cat, man. You know what? As a matter of fact, he met us in Miami Pro-Am. He met us there.
That's correct. Yeah, I remember that. Oh man, don't even keep mentioning. Now we know we really know him, and we don't remember his name.
So yeah, so back to Mecca, my second biggest jam I've been to, and all these B-boys. I mean, you know, you were there. You seen the love, the atmosphere, the vibes. You know, you can't relive those moments. And
Incredible Josh versus Vietnam at the end.
The finals, man. It was the wrist. He did those wrists.
Remember? No, he pulled out the Puerto Rican flags while he was spinning on his head. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, Josh did.
Incredible Josh versus Vietnam. Yes.
Yeah, Josh did.
Like,
yeah. I remember that, man. Like, you can never relive those moments. You can never relive that era.
Nope.
You can't take that back. And that's something that I never regret doing. I to this day, I tell my wife about my stories, and she's like, "Man, you got a lot of stories." And I'm like, I lived this culture. Like, I literally slept, shit, B-boyed. Like, I lived this culture, man. Like, and yeah, man, and I guess so like over excited when I tell these stories because it's great moments in my life. You know?
Yeah, man, that was amazing.
That was
you lived the golden era. You lived the golden era of hip hop. You were part of it. You were in the Mecca. You were brought into it from like you're part of this. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like people from all over the world will come and meet us, and they were like, "Yo, y'all real B-boys," just because we were from the Bronx, so we were from New York. They're like,
New York, yeah.
You remember Japan? Me and you, and we had to battle
versus like 30.
It was, and then we found out it was Spartanic Rockers from Japan.
Bro, do you remember they jumped us in the club?
Yes.
There was
Yeah.
like 30 B-boys,
Yeah,
and
and
only
they
me and
waited
you.
because me and you were like, we show up to the club looking good, the girls, and you know what I'm saying? Like we're having a great time. And then me and you are like dancing, doing routines alone, and they're watching us. Remember, they're watching
Bro,
us.
they followed us from downstairs, upstairs,
Yes.
back downstairs. And I was
Yep.
like, yo, who are these kids following? I mean, what? Because we're American? Okay, cool. You can come hang out.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
see, yeah, cool. Come
Yep.
on. I want to say the promoter of that event set us up. Because how do you know we were there?
Or Speedy and them set us up.
Because how do you know?
Because
How
he
did they
was
know we were
cool
there?
with them, bro.
Oh
yeah, not only that, I saw Speedy talking to some of the dudes like they were cool with him. So maybe they were like, yo, that's my nephew, that's my crew. And boom. All I know that we saw, like, I swear to you, like you said, it was
like in
like
the
30
movies.
of them.
It's like in the movies, the Silent Temple, and they're jumping on you, and you're battling with them, and you're up rocking, and you're footworking, and you're like, I can't go no more.
Me and you ran out of routines, and we had a lot of routines, bro.
And also, we taught them a lot of routines. Because
yes,
I see later on, they were doing routines because they didn't know routines back then.
Yeah. They were doing solos, and I remember they even did that push off from the shoulder that I used to do. They used to fly.
Yep.
We did that and I remember, dude, that was such an epic moment because me and you are standing in Japan. We're in Tokyo. This is a Tokyo club or somewhere in Tokyo.
No, yeah, that's Tokyo.
We were down. Remember, I had to take an elevator, and it was like different floors.
Yeah.
And then we're in there like this, and then all these people start battling us, and I'm looking at you like, yo, go. And then I go, yo, routine, and go. And we were like, what the hell? But
like, where's Speedy?
Yo, Speedy didn't even. Yeah, Speedy was somewhere else, man.
They jumped us, bro. I think it was like an hour-long battle.
Yeah, we were battling like. That was such an amazing. Battle, and then I remember, where are you guys from? Spartanic Rockers. I was like,
oh, what? Hell nah.
Spartanic Rockers? I remember, I saw you guys on Battle of the Year on videotapes.
Yep. Uh-huh. Hey,
and that was like the other generation after.
Yeah. And we invited them to our show, and they showed up.
Yes, I remember
they were in the front line?
And they they were in the front. We were... we saw them. That was so dope, man. I hope all of them are doing good, man. And hopefully if they do see the show, shout out to Spartanic Rockers, man.
Big shout out to them, boys.
Yeah, that was amazing. Even though we battled, it was still so dope because we showed each other some love after that. It was so dope. But that was an epic moment, man. Japan, man. Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna share some of the pictures because I have pictures of that tour.
I wish we had
us in the bus. Us in the bus with like 30 Japanese girls.
Wasabi.
Wasabi. Yeah, I was like, wasabi.
Wasabi.
I remember
that was dope. Yeah.
And remember the bus? We were in the bus, it was like 30 Japanese with
everybody's
us.
Everybody's around us. But they're used to that, man. I'm not. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. I was like, yo, this is crazy. So now back to your beginnings. So you're back to Mecca.
My mentors.
Yeah. And you got your mentors. Like there were so many. So and it's okay you don't mention it because
there was so many.
They know who you are, and there's so many. Like myself,
so
I always
inspiration.
So many.
You were definitely one of them, man. Like I remember you. So I thought I was all that underground though, not. And when I remember you humbled me, I remember that you told me, man, listen, try to do this and do that, and and I took your input, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I remember you humbled me down because I thought because I had the best players, the best windmills, and then I met Josh because of you.
Yeah, you were. It was the Lehman College practice, and then you were like, "Yo, I want to take you to this underground practice that nobody knows about."
Yep.
And it's selective few, invitation only.
Yep, I remember that.
I gotta take you this practice, and I begged Josh, like, bro, I kept asking and asking. He's like, "Nah, man, I don't want nobody. Only you and Kid Quick." It's like, damn, man. And I'm like, I want to bring freaking Ray. I want to bring Ozone. I want to bring all these guys, man. Like I want them to see this. Like, they're not going to believe this. And then I remember inviting you. And he said, yeah, man, you could come up. Don't worry about it. And then carry on. What happened?
upstairs
So,
to the
do you remember the first practice you went to?
hell yeah, it was in the gym upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
We had to sign our name in, sign the front, go upstairs, and as you go up the stairs, you had to walk like through the hallways, past so many
Yeah.
classrooms, and you can hear the
Yes.
music. You can hear the music,
Yep.
and that long walk through the hallways, and you're walking through, and then you open the door to the gym, and at the front, under the basketball court, I see somebody in baby blue windbreakers, flying, levitating,
Yeah.
David Blaine shit. Like, who the
Yeah, like
fuck? Who's the fuck? And that was Incredible Josh. And this before he went to back to Mecca, but I met him before that. But that was Incredible Josh. And that kid, boy. I had never fell in love with B-Boy again. Just I'm talking about I don't want to say too many names because there was a lot of a lot of dope B-boys back then because I don't want to.
But the thing is, you saw this kid from the same hood you're from. He looks like us.
Hood.
Young kid, and you're like, he's a young kid doing this. You see yourself through him. You're like, yo, if he could do that shit, I could do that shit.
I could do that shit, man. And when I talked to him, he was so welcoming, so almost like he hugged me, but he didn't. You know what I mean? Like that's how he always was. Yeah. Always so welcoming, man. Hey, man, if you need help with anything, man, just let me know, man. I'm Josh. I'm like, oh shit, but who taught you? I'm like, well, a uncle, or oh yeah, I know your uncle. Oh shit, yeah, oh yeah, man. It was so welcoming. So that was the first practice I've been to that I seen Incredible Josh, and I seen B-Boy at that level because I seen it on TV, seen it on VHS, I seen it, but never seen it. An unknown B-Boy that nice because everyone that was good is known. Yeah, he wasn't known yet because he's always quiet. He was in a lab.
He was, man, for years, brother. And I already knew about him. Nobody knew about him. I was one of the selective few that got chosen to go to those practices. And I think that's why I got better really fast because I was already a martial artist. And I remember going to those practices and it was so empty. It was like 3 or 4. And I'm like, damn, like this is like some real kung fu thing. Like not everybody could see this shit. And I remember when we left that practice, you were so quiet, bro. You didn't even believe what you experienced. And like, then you started coming to practice. You started coming to practice, and then we used to practice in the cafeteria sometimes,
in the lunchroom, and at the auditorium on stage.
Yep.
That practice had to be the best practice back then. And then we met.
Go ahead. Now, if you can go back to being a rookie, what would you tell yourself and why? Like, if you could go back to being, fuck it. Let's say when you were 9 years old, when you saw Speedy popping, and you were as much as he was impatient. If you really think about it, 9 years old, we could be impatient too and not waiting too long. So if you could go back to being a rookie, what would you tell yourself and why?
First thing I'll say is to myself, come here, little Ray. Listen, don't let nobody tell you can't. Sky's the limit. This world is big enough to eat. Live life to the fullest. No regrets. Stay humble. Humble yourself because you get further in life being humble, being open. Love as much as you can. And with this dance, you're going to go far. Keep doing what you're doing because it's going to take you places that you dreamt of. And it did. It took me places where I would never see myself coming from the hood, coming from the group home, being adopted. I mean, being around the craziest, the most ghettoest people around. And here I am looking at pyramids in Egypt. Here I am in Tokyo, Japan, New Year's Eve. Here I am.
Kuwait City.
Kuwait. Here I am meeting Prince of Qatar. I mean, here I am traveling the world. Like, what kid from the hood who don't have nothing going for him. Seeing stuff. And this dance and Flashback and people out there, I'm gonna say something real quick. This dance saved my life. This culture saved my life. Because all I want to do was practice. All I want to do was be hip hop, the real hip hop. Not that mumble rap they got going on. I get it. You want to be a rapper, you make money on it. Okay, cool. But learn where the hip hop culture comes from before you go make millions. And it's just I feel like I would tell myself, save your money, invest in Bitcoin, buy property. Because
you said it, buy property.
buy property. I'm gonna say why. And a wise man once told me this: buy property because they don't make them no more. Yeah. And once they're gone, they're gone. But yeah, man, that's what I told myself.
All that money we made, we did nothing with it, bro.
All that money we made, man. All that money we made, and all that touring.
Young, so young and dumb, and just like we didn't even have bank accounts. We had the money in our pockets.
I had it in my shoebox on my bed.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I had it in my shoebox.
Like, hey, all that money you got to put it in the bank. Bank.
I'd be like, yo, can I borrow money? I got it, but it's at home. Because I only bring like $20 with me everywhere I went. I don't know. I don't want to get robbed. You know, I'm from the Bronx.
Yeah, man.
So my money was in my house.
We already know.
Yeah, but yeah, man. That's why I tell myself, man, humble yourself, keep up the dance, and never stop being goofy. Never stop.
Like always have fun with it.
Always have fun with it.
Always have fun.
Right into the wheels fall off, man. Because you never know. Because tomorrow is never promised, and that's what I'll tell myself. 100%.
That's so dope. Now you travel the world. We travel the world. We did so many things. We battled. We won a lot of battles.
A lot of battles.
What was that battle that we battled at the end in the finals? It was Cyclone and somebody else, and
Chino.
It was at a club. Was
Chino.
it Chino and Cyclone?
Chino from Breakthrough.
Really?
And Cyclone for Stephanie's.
I could never remember who it was. All I know,
Chino.
You came in.
We
swept everyone, bro.
We were two brothers from another.
That was the name. We were like, yo, let's go in this as two brothers from another.
And we had like 20 routines, bro, me and you. And that jam was, I want to say 2 weeks before Pro-Am, and they were doing a battle where they were gonna, I think, pay a ticket or give you hotel stay. I forgot which one was it for Pro-Am.
I don't remember. All I know that I flipped you and you hit the ceiling with your feet. That's how short it was. You don't remember that shit?
It was
we did the battle. Boom.
Yeah.
I remember
and we battled everybody. We went to the finals and it was a tiebreaker. And it was like, you go, I go, you go, I go. And Cyclone comes out, does his head spins, his ball ups.
Ball up. Yep.
And he did that hollow back.
Yeah.
And he stood in the hollow back and his feet was that close.
And you remember looking at each other, me and you, right?
We
you
lost.
Remember looking at each other.
We said we lost. He did that hollow back and his feet were like from the ground and he stood there.
And I remember when we were doing all those routines and we're throwing down, I kept telling you, I said, yo, Ray, I know the Cyclone's gonna do. He hasn't done his power yet, bro. He's gonna do that shit at the end. If he does it, bye for us, bro. We're not gonna make it. And sure, he went and did that shit. And I was like, damn, bro.
Bro, I thought we had that money in the bag.
Yo, not only that, and I'm gonna say this now because I remember the feeling, bro. When I have never wished for nobody to fall off their heads.
I wanted to kick him in the stomach.
When he was spinning, I was like, please slip, please slip, fall, drop,
I wanted to
hit somebody.
Him with elbow him in the stomach.
And he just kept flying, bro, like that. And then he did his amazing drills, 90, and then
shout out to Cyclone, man. That ass
Cyclone, yes. Shout out.
Oh my God.
Back then, Little Dave, aka Cyclone, my God, brother, that guy was.
You know how?
And it's crazy. This guy's still doing that shit. He's still doing everything he's been doing back then.
I met him in the club. I met him at Club Tunnel one day. That's how I met him.
Oh, that's how you met him at the tunnel?
At the tunnel. That was my
Yeah.
that was our stopping ground. We were there with Ozone.
Come on.
Saturn.
Exit, tunnel.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, we used to
I
hit
met
all the
Ozone
gay
too.
clubs too.
I met Ozone in the tunnel.
Oh, that's how you met Ozone.
Yeah, in the tunnel.
And what was the other guy that? Wait, what's the other guy that he used to do really good 90s? Vinny.
One hand head hops on both hands.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
He you know, he didn't have that much stuff, but he was really good with 90s and that.
And
Like, he was pretty dope.
Yeah.
He was a club dancer. Like, he was really dope too.
I met Jesus. R.I.P.
Rest
man.
in peace, man. Jesus,
that brother there.
man.
That brother
Jersey.
there, boy.
Step Fiends too, man. Remember his head spins?
I met them.
And he'll go whoop, and then zoop, he'll push, whoop, push,
Yeah.
whoop.
Whoop, whoop. That I met him
Yeah.
with Tony Bones because Tony Bones brought him to the clubs. And Saturn, I met them to Saturn, and that's
Saturn
I met
too,
Steph,
man.
I met Steph Fiends. I met man, and I was like, "Yo, this is okay. I like the club scene."
Because
it was a practice.
It's dope because
It was
we
a
would go to
practice.
the clubs, we would go to the practices, we would travel the world, come back, go straight to the club, perform, go back to a practice. Yeah, it was just like
that's what saved my life, and that's what kept me out of trouble. That's what kept me out of the streets.
yeah, because you were still living in some crazy ass area,
hood.
bro.
I was living in the Bronx. I would say
like you were
70%
go
of my
ahead.
friends that I grew up with are either in jail, prison, dead, RIP, or selling drugs. And we grew up playing baseball, playing manhunt, basketball, football. Like, these are good dudes growing up.
Yeah.
And they just, fast money. You want to live that life. And I never lived that life. I wanted to be a way different. And that's why hip hop saved my life, man. It really did, man. B-boy saved my life to this day.
Yeah, because you could have been somewhere else, right?
Bro, there's nothing I can do without having a B-boy mentality flashback. You know, like
like some hip hop.
You know what I mean? Like,
if it's not a dope MC you're listening to, if it's not you're looking at some dope graffiti, if it's not you're like watching some dope B-boys and B-girls battling, if not you're listening to some dope break beats that a DJ came up with, like your life is still like part of it. Like, even if you want to quit, right? It's still on you.
Just the other day, I'm at a bar. Not a day, but maybe like a few years ago, not 2 years ago. I'm at a bar and I'm watching the Yankee game, and I'm just watching the game, and I hear Curtis blow "These Are the Breaks" on the jukebox.
Break it up.
And I'm like, who the hell played this song? The jukebox randomly plays song through the bar, so it's like, wow, because I'm singing a song, and the bartender is an older guy. Of course, he was like, yeah, I remember this guy. How do you know this song? And I was like, my brother.
He didn't even
not only do I know the song, but I traveled the world with that guy. Curtis Blow showed me things, showed me different parts of the world. And
on that note, boom, right there, my brother.
Damn, look at this, boy.
Look at you at the bottom.
Look at that picture,
yo,
boy.
Look at me on the left. I look.
Look at your baby face. Look at your baby face.
Oh my God, look at that, bro. You know what? Lead to the left. Lead to the left. Lead to the left. Lead to the left. The other way. Look at the difference, bro. No beard, man. Yeah,
I got gray hair and shit.
Yo, you used to do my eyebrows. You remember that? I used to do my eyebrows.
I'm a barber. So
you're a barber. Yo, why we look like we look like transvestites with our eyebrows like that. There, look at that shit.
Listen to me. Back then, the look was the metrosexual look.
You're 100% right.
Remember
that pretty boy look?
The pretty boy look. Yeah, eyebrows done.
Yeah, we both with that curly hair, the curly hair top, the little fade.
The fade. Yeah, that look back then was everyone was doing that look.
Now tell me
Man.
about this right here. Tell me a little bit about this because that's a dope picture right there, bro.
Oh
In
man,
fact,
R.I.P.
rest in
Lucky
peace,
Strike.
Lucky Strike too,
Yeah,
man.
man, my dog,
Look
R.I.P.
at
man.
Lucky Stripe on the top. He was the one that put me down with the Zulu Nation in '94.
Oh
I never
wow.
knew about the Zulu Nation until I ran into him, and he was hanging out with Veronica Starr, and
Yeah,
back then that's when she was dating this dude, a graffiti writer named Rules, and the three of them were standing there, and I was just looking at this dope looking b-boy looking type of dude,
I
and
got
I
a good story on
remember.
him. When you
Yeah,
done, I'll tell you.
so look at that Ozone on the left. Shout out to
Yeah,
Ozone.
Ozone,
Look at this
that's my
guy,
dog.
man.
Ozone, my brother. Love you, Ozone.
That's
Hey,
the
I
Greek
got
god right there.
this is an article. So Speedy had no, you know, I think Lucky Stripe had an article
Wasn't
on
that for the source?
the source.
It was for the
Source?
source, right? The source
Yeah,
magazine, wasn't it?
yeah. So yeah, so we did an article on it, and they would take pictures of us, and it was mainly about the hood and breakdancing and hip hop. It was a dope article. I wish I had the magazine. I don't have the magazine. I know I had it in the
Somebody
store.
has it. Somebody has it.
I pretty sure Speedy does because he has everything. So let me tell you a quick story about Lucky Strike. Lucky Strike lived up the block with me on Tremont, and Speedy like, yo, I gotta go get this check from this guy Lucky Strike. He's Zulu. Let's go. Let's go. I go to his house. He lived downstairs. I go to his house, and hey, what's up, Speedy? Man, hey, what's up? This is my nephew. His house, flashback, should be in the hip hop
It's a museum.
Oh my
Yes.
god. Oh
Yes.
my
Yes.
god.
Yeah,
I looked
anyone
on
that
the
has been to
walls.
Lucky Strike's
Oh
crib,
my god. I had the honor to be in his crib, an underground hip hop museum.
yes.
And he was breaking down everything he had from the Gels, from the belt buckles, from who owned it, from who had it, the originals, the
Yes.
show tops, the shoelaces from what movie, and this, and he had records and vinyls, and he had this, and I was like, oh my god, slow down, who's this?
In
Oh
fact,
man,
he gave me his personal beads as a Zulu there when they did the ceremony, whatever, and he claimed me as a Zulu in his crib, and I was frozen because I was just looking around like, what the hell is this?
that's a
And in fact, no this to Museum of Graffiti in Miami or the museum in New York,
the
but
Bronx,
it
yeah.
cannot touch that place. It cannot touch Lucky Strike's crib, bro.
It cannot,
The way that
and
place, it
he's
cannot.
a hip hop guru, a historian, a true hip hop junkie. His house was so beautiful, and I wish that I had a camera that day. Or back then, there was no camera phones. I hate that. It was a stupid Nokia who the shit would light up. That's it. The phone would light up. There's no camera phones, and I
Yeah,
wish I
yeah,
had
yeah.
a camera and I
And
could
in
just take
fact,
pictures.
whoever had a freaking phone back then in the early 90s, shit, you must be doing something else that is not breaking.
That was a dope ass experience with Lucky Strike, man. R.I.P.
Which
Lucky. He
is
was a
such a
cool
difference.
dude.
It was such a difference of time. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying the show right now, but this is going to really help me a lot if you guys subscribe, share it, post it. This is not only going to help me, but it's going to help the hip hop culture. So, on that note, we're going to carry on. And in fact, in the current state of hip hop culture, what is something you would like to change?
Now, when you mean culture, you mean music?
Everything.
All right, so
Breaking, emceeing, the culture itself.
okay, so I respect everyone's beliefs and everyone's perspective, and I respect everything everyone does for a living, and I respect that because you got to work for your family and work for your future and work hard. And if you make music and make millions on it, kudos to you. Bless you. God has blessed you. But if you make music, hip hop music, rap music, and you don't know the essence and where it came from, and you're making beyond millions of millions, and you don't respect the true culture of hip hop, or you don't know the true culture of hip hop, like if you can't name 5 MCs from the 80s, and you're making millions of rap music because rap is part of hip hop. Hip hop is bigger than just rap, and you don't know. I would love to change that. I would love to change that. These producers, the record company labels, educate these new rappers. And it's not all about money and cars and flashing and girls and it's more to that. It's more. Just I would love to change. Know where this beautiful culture comes from and how it began, because it was a struggle. It was hard to get it to where it's at now. And even Biggie said it. And it's one of the records. Whoever thought hip hop would make it this far? Right?
Yep.
So just
Absolutely.
I would love to educate these young rappers, not me, but whoever's giving these guys the checks, put them in a class, an hour, meet Mos Def, meet Karis One, meet meet these people who not that old but still know the true essence of hip hop, But just sit down and just know where it comes from. I would love to change the music just a little bit.
And what? Yeah. And what about in the breaking aspect?
Okay, so I sit back and I watch a lot. I'm still active in YouTube and battles, and I just sit back and watch. And where breaking this now is amazing. It's the level of skill I couldn't even think of doing half, 80% of the shit that's going on.
Like we saw Incredible Josh doing that, and now everybody's doing that.
The way I'm talking right now is how I felt when I first saw Josh. Now I see these B-boys who are incredible, who are the top of the world, top notch, and a lot of them lack education. A lot of them lack who was renegades, who was Star Elements, who was, a lot of them lack the people who were third generation on, because if you think about it, the third generation is what evolved breaking. What It wasn't top rock six that boom, boom, bah. No, it was more flow, more flavor, more style, and our generation made it better and bigger to pave the way for these people who are dope as fuck now, but know the crumbs, the reminds, the Ivan, the baby, abstracts. Not of them, but know. Not know them, but know of them. Know how it started. Like
even their moves.
A lot of them are doing what they're doing, but learn the culture, not make money on it. Learn the culture, learn where it comes from, learn the hip hop, do your homework, sit down and respect it more. It's not about Red Bull BC1. It's not about, it's not about being on the best Instagram, most liked. It's not about that. It's about having the fundamentals, having foundation, having love. Learn that, because then when you do know that, you find yourself and you respect the culture more. The B-boy more, you respect it more. You're not arrogant, you're not cocky, you humble yourself. I would love to change that as well too, because I see that a lot on IG and on the YouTubes and on the battles, and that too I would love to see change. Just
okay. Now, what is something you would contribute to the culture to make it better? Anything, any knowledge or anything that you could contribute. It could even be a haircut. You could come in and teach people how to run a business and have their own business as a barber, because that is a business. And, and barbershops have always been part of hip hop. If you really think about it, barbershops are part of hip hop too. A lot of people don't know that.
But the shop I started, hip hop shop, you know what I mean? We had graffiti on the wall. We had a train. It was in the Bronx. It was on Jerome Avenue in Burnside. I would love, and Flash, I want you to think about this one, okay? When you're in school and your history and you're in high school, you have to earn a credit to pass on to the next grade. You have to go to class. You have to. I would love for textbooks of hip hop. I'm gonna tell you why. When you go to school, you learn about Christopher Columbus. You learn about the Civil War. You learn about World War II. You learn about you learn about history, right? Hip hop
Yes.
is history, and hip hop is bigger than it's ever been. It's ever been. It's bigger. The money, trillions of dollars.
Yeah.
Textbook,
Definitely. Definitely.
textbook. Go to school, and there's a class. Hey, we have a hip hop class. Oh shit, really? What's it about? Oh, and how it began, and what's it about? And it's not the negative, not the rap, it's not the shooting, not the killing. No, it's not. It's beautiful culture that made. It's from the urban, it's from the streets, and it was created, and then now it's a beautiful culture. I would love schools to have a class, if possible, on hip hop, the history of it. Because if we can learn about Christopher Columbus, why can't we learn about Lil Bud Starsky? Why can't we learn about Coke La Rock? Why can't we learn about, like, you know what I mean, like Curtis Blow? Why can't we learn about, why can't we learn that? No, we got to go on our own, go to YouTube or ask people, ask that, and learn about it. Because this industry is so huge now. It's hip hop is everywhere. Flash, everywhere you go, you turn,
Everything
you
you
turn,
do.
you turn, everything you do, it's everywhere. Why can't we?
It's true.
That I would love. That I would love to see contribute in school, educational wise. Like we have a hip hop class. It's up to you whether you want to take it or not. But it's a credit for you to go to school. That I would like to see happen.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, what's your opinion on breaking going to the Olympics?
Where I come from, where we come from, as a matter of fact, we know what's up. We know 50-50. I love it, but I don't, because I don't want to be made fun of. I don't want this culture to think I don't want somebody to mess it up and be like, oh, see, I told you shouldn't have had that shit here. Damn, see, because of that person, or because of that ghetto-ness, or because of I told you. I don't want that happening, because this culture is so beautiful. It's so humbling. Like, I don't want nobody to mess it up for us worldwide, because once you're worldwide and you on national TV, national television, and you do something stupid, it makes everyone look stupid. So I do like it, but I don't, because it needs to have the right people behind it. The right people
And
behind
now, back then, do you ever feel like, your mind ever crossed that you thought it would have been dope if it goes to the Olympics, or your mind wasn't there, or you were already fine with it being where it was at, traveling the world, jams and events and battle of the year, freestyle session, pro-am, like that was like the Olympics for us, right?
So you took the words out of my mouth. B-Boy Summit, Pro-Ams, Rock's Anniversary, Battle of the Year, those were our Olympics. And that's where I feel like it should stay at, in that aspect, because you get more respect, you get more love, you get more understanding.
Especially where we come from.
Because people
that's already
who goes there,
far.
Exactly. People who go there, they know what they're going to go see. You have the Olympics, and it's worldwide. And I'm pretty sure who watches the Olympics ain't no B-boy. It's the world watch the Olympics. And you can have no disrespect. I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to stereotype no one, but you can have a guy who's 80 years old, who's been watching the Olympics since he was 5 years old, his whole life, and see hip hop in the Olympics, and already say, this freaking trash. What the hell is this shit? What the hell has the world has come to? You know what I mean? Right? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? What are we watching here? What are we? It's not the Olympics.
I actually see. I can visualize the old man too.
This is not the Olympics. What the hell is going on? Is a commercial or something? Are we paying Starbucks to do this shit? That's the feedback that a lot. I can see 70% people who watch the Olympics are going to say about the Olympics, and that's just my opinion. And I'm not saying don't do it. It shouldn't be there. It's there. Hey, love it. I love it. I just hope that what comes out of it is not but positive.
I hope so.
And they need the right people behind it. The right people, because there's a long list of names that shouldn't be on there. That's on it. We both know what's up.
Said it. Yes.
We both know
now,
what's up.
do you feel there's a lack of respect for the elders in the hip hop culture? Like for all the OGs, even yourself, because you've been around for a while, like all the young guys or whoever, like, do you feel that, and amongst each other
Yeah.
too, because
So
that's very important. Like when I
it
say the
is.
lack of respect for elders in the hip hop culture, it could be elders with elders, if you really think about it. Now that I've done so many shows, I've realized, you know, but I would like for you to answer it.
So there's two ways you can look at this. Our generation, we had it good because the elders will go out of their way to teach us the essence. We had it good. We were blessed and lucky to have K1, Burn One, Frosty, RIP,
Fast break.
Fast Break, Forest. You just did one with King Up Rock. I
Yes.
mean, we had these beautiful older B-boys who took us under the wing for free, for
Yes.
nothing. And when I hear the word for free, for love of the culture. Nowadays, if the fourth generation after us, they want to do a hip hop workshop, I get it. Respect. Once again, you got to, got to pay your bills. I get it. But show respect to the people who paid the way for you to be here to teach, to make this money. So I do feel like this lack of respect for the hip hop culture, B-boy wise. Now, MC wise, 100%. 1,000 per million quadrillion percent that there's no respect for the elders and the rap music. B-boy music, B-boy, because hip hop is, remember, it's four elements. Okay?
Yes, definitely.
Four elements. Now, if you think about this, nowadays, today's day, who's the number one praised hip hop, the element hip hop? The DJs, right? Everywhere you go, you put on the radio station, you hear nothing but a DJ. Everywhere you go to concert, you hear nothing but the DJ. You hear DJ, DJ, DJ. Where's the love for the DJ? You're a DJ. I used to
Yep.
DJ. Where's the love? Where's the love for DJ, right? Where's the love? Where's the love for DJs? Now, DJs are getting paid good money, but not any recognition, not any acknowledgments. So yeah, so there's a big, and I feel like it's because, like I said, we had it good. We had the people come on and the older crowd come. So I feel like it was probably our job to teach the fourth generation, to teach the fifth generation, to teach the sixth generation. Because teaching never stops. Teaching, to this day, I learn. To this day, you learn. We can learn from a 4-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Something new. So that's what I feel like. If it is a lack of respect for the elders. It is.
Now, what do you think is missing where there's a lack of respect? What do you think is it that is making people kind of like just hate on each other? You got OGs going back at it with other OGs, and some of them can't be real with each other. Some people can't even be real with themselves, and they don't want to express truth for other generations because half of them believe that they're going to be left behind. Like they don't want to put them in the history books. They feel like, according to the people that I've spoken to, they're trying to rewrite history and they don't like that. So where do you think all this, like, do you think it's just too much technology, too much phones in your faces? Like, what is your opinion of what you think is that's keeping just people away from each other? Like just
I'm gonna say
distant.
one thing. Social media, the way it is now, has ruined this world. I'm glad that there's something positive coming from this social media platform because people need to hear this. But there's a lot of negativity that goes on social media, and people are more drawn to the bullshit and negative than more the positive and love. So what happens is when an OG, like, before us, oh, I made up the first windmill, or I made up the first six step. I was in this club before you. I did this. I started that. I did. I. It's not about I. It's, is culture. It came together. It's us. And I feel like the reason why a lot of people nowadays are trying to rewrite history is because they want the credibility. They want they want to be. I was the first one to do this. I was the first one to do that. Who cares who was the first one to do it now? Where's it at now? Where are you now? You know? And that's, like I said, what I'm saying today is my opinion. I mean, and also no disrespect to no OG, because I come from that and I respect you all, but I feel like that's what it is. Is the popularity. Like, I want to be popular. I want to outdo you. I want to be bigger than you. I want to be in the face of Red Bull. I don't want to be face of the Olympics, or I want to be face of this commercial. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like it is. You know, it's just like, it's not all about it's about us, and it should be like that, because this culture is bigger than I. It's us. We make this culture to be, and when I say we, I mean everyone from generations past us in the future. That's where it should be. It should be us. We make this culture, and let's just get along, man. But you saying I, it doesn't say it makes you look stupid. I mean, if anything, you know. So it's like,
Yes, definitely, and that's actually a great perspective what you're looking at. And one of the things that you've been in the scene, you've been to jams, you've battled, people have called you out. I think you smacked somebody one time battling an exit. You don't remember me and you battling somebody?
I think I punched him.
I think, yeah, you punched them. They
I think he spit in my.
you.
I think he spit in my. He was talking so much shit, and he spit right in my eye.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember.
Spit on me, and I said, "Man,
you were like, you
back
cannot do that. You cannot do that,
up,
right,
bro."
But yeah,
I think he tried to kiss me too. He tried to kiss me.
So you've traveled the world. You've been with so many artists. We've traveled the world with them too, and we've done so many things. And people know who you are. They've seen you, and sometimes, you know, we gotta leave the scene for a little bit, because, you know, you're married, you got kids, you got responsibilities. We're growing up. So the fact we're growing up, we're doing new things, we're just changing our life, we're trying to figure it out, because, you know, once we fall in love, we got the wifey, and you know, you want to give her everything, but they might not be interested in hip hop, so you gotta kind of like lean more on that side. But you still kept watching, you still kept listening. It don't matter if they pushed you away, you still will come back even in the middle of the night to watch a video. Like, what is something people seem to misunderstand about you, of the people that have met you throughout your lives?
Well, I can say one thing about that, and it's probably the only thing. My younger years of me going on tour so young, making money so young, he's only going because his uncle. He's only doing that because his uncle. Dude, my uncle left me and went on tour himself, and I was practicing in my hallway downstairs in my lobby. I was running extension cords from my kitchen window to the lobby with a radio, with a tape, side A, side B, and I practiced all night because I don't want to be out on the streets. I don't want to be gang banging. I don't want to sell drugs. I practiced in my hallway and my lobby, and I see people walk in and out, in and out. And I had black on my hands from the dirty floor. I worked hard to do them shows. And let me tell you something. He did put me on Curtis Blow, but Curtis Blow fell in love with me for who I am. And he asked me, hey, how do you feel about going over to overseas, to Afghanistan, for our troops? 2002, a year after 9/11, is dangerous because we just had 9/11. How do you feel about going overseas? I thought about it, and I was like, wow, maybe, go overseas, Afghanistan. I'm 22. Who's going? He told me, you probably don't know these cats, but I got some cats from Cali. Sean Supreme, they call him. I said, who? Iron Monkey? Oh, you know what? I said, oh, yeah, I know Iron Monkey, but I know of him. Iron Monkey.
Reveal's brother, Junior.
JR from Rhythm Bugs.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Iron Monkey. Motion from Skill Methods, Canada. Miguelito, Jigs, my dog Jigs. Let's go eat, man. I love Jigs. That's my dog. To this day, I love Jigs, bro.
Yeah, man.
Jigs. DJ Shake. Shout out to DJ Shake. Old school.
Abigail.
Abby girl. Oh man, Abby girl. I forgot about Abby girl. Hey girl.
Now, you're saying in the sense of people misunderstand you because they thought that you were doing your
All these
skills weren't your
shows,
skills. Like
traveling
they
at
thought
a
like,
young
oh,
age.
Speedy D gave you that, your uncle. But
Yeah. The reason why
I
he's
could tell those people.
the reason why he's in New York City break is because his uncle. The reason why you're going to tour his uncle. No, dude, I work hard. I put in just as much work as you did on the dance floor.
And guess what? I'm gonna be real with you. You were nasty, bro. Like I'm gonna say 1,000%. And
Thank you, bro.
those
Appreciate
that
you.
saw you, yo, think about this, right? Think about the years and the time and the passion and everything that we did together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you had your own little friends and all that, and I had my own friends, but my friends started feeling some type of way because I would be like, man, you're gonna always go with your breakdance friend,
I
And I
understand.
realized it wasn't that I was trying to leave them behind. It's just I was already done with the whole martial arts, and like I fell in love with this art. And then I find a brother like you that, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people don't know your past, a lot of people don't know your history. And I learned it earlier. You know, me and you are completely opposites in how we grew up. Like I grew up with a mom and dad, and I remember meeting you, and you come from a different situation that only you can speak of. And I don't know if you feel like talking about it, but those things connected me to you because I was like, how am I a type of b-boy that started in 93, 94, and I meet a brother like yourself that didn't have the things that I have, and I'm taking this shit for granted? Every time I see you throwing down, I'm like, I want to throw down too. You're tired, I'm tired, and you're still going. Why would I stop? I'm like,
Yep.
this guy wants it. So I will see you, and that shit was inspirational to me because you didn't come from the same life that I came from. So that inspiration that you gave to me, I want you to take that with you for life because that's a beautiful thing. And you know, maybe I didn't say it back then because as a b-boy, we still got an ego. We still got some type of ego
Yeah.
inside that we might not express it at the moment. Plus, I was young too. We were both young. And the only thing we were looking at was what we were doing, our
Yep.
skills, our routines. We forgot about the block. We forgot
Yep.
about this guy telling us, yo, let's go and rob this dude. We
Yep.
forgot about our boys in the block saying, let's do some
Exactly,
coke,
bro.
yo,
I
let's do
appreciate
that.
you saying that, bro. Thank you.
But 1,000%, I'm telling you, and I'm keeping it 1,000% with you. And I'm one of those brothers that I always kept it real with you. And I'm telling you right now, man, like you were a great inspiration in my life because I knew your story. You told me your
Yeah.
story, and that gave me. I'll go upstairs and hey mom, hey dad, and I know I got a brother. That's why you said a brother
Who
from
didn't
another.
who didn't want to go home? Who didn't want to walk through my neighborhood? Because at that point, when I got better, I left the block. I lived there, but when I mean I left it, I left the the back. I'm I walk through the neighborhood. I take a cab and I go upstairs real quick. And all my boys, yo, what's up, bro? What's up? Hey, because they weren't who they were back then. People change.
Yes. Yeah, and the more I met you and the more I knew about you, and then now I'm knowing about your family, and I'm knowing about your current situations back then, that there were times that you had to do that show because you already know if you didn't do that show,
I don't
like
eat.
you might not freaking eat for like a few days. And then,
I don't
you
eat.
know, a few times we had to like hook up with girls just to just to just to make money. I could have gone home and ate, but I felt
Yeah,
good because I'm like, if this brother chills, we hang out with these girls for the weekend, eat, hang out. I can make it to Monday. Maybe the coupons show up. I don't know,
yeah.
something. There was always with it, and that's real talk. I'm saying it how it
That's
is.
so
Tell me
real,
that's
dog.
not how it is, man.
I was waiting for that first of the month.
Yeah, man. And it be
I
you
buy
look
nothing
at
but
you.
box of cereals. box
Yeah, you
cereal.
see, it's the 22nd, and you're like, damn, yo, I got another 9 days or 10 days. Like, how am
Yeah,
I gonna get to those days? And
yeah. Nah, man,
it'll
that's
get
how
to
it
the
was,
chance that
bro.
we'll go and hit for money in the streets, or and
Yeah,
again, I still have my mom and dad there. So
yeah.
seeing you struggle, seeing you sacrifice, seeing you train hard and do what you were doing, there was no way I could not keep myself up to your level of training and traveling. And it's, and I admire that, because some of us
Appreciate you,
have
man.
all these
Thank you,
great
man.
things. Yeah, and
And
I want you to take
and
that with you, man, for
I
real.
will, bro. Thank you so much, man. And people are put in your life at certain situations, certain times for a reason. And that was me in your life. Now, you in my life was this. I didn't know about showmanship. I didn't know how to utilize the stage. I didn't know how to perform until I met you. And you know who was the man behind that? Who was, I called him, back then, we was calling him uncle. Well, who's he one of my uncles? Kid Dynamo.
Yep. Rest in
Do you
peace.
know that man, the RIP, that man showed me how to be a performer on stage,
Look
how
at
to
that.
use a stage, how to go back and forth, how to keep a smile, how to, no matter what day you're having, when you're on stage or a different person, these people pay to see you, you're going to show them who do your best. He told us that. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that you have to put your A game on. I remember at Skate Key, and he's telling me these things, and I always took that, and I got that from you through him. So people are put in your life for a reason, bro, and that's facts. And good dude, and man, and I know how close you were with him, and he made you a dope performer, and you made me a better performer. So yeah, so we will put in each other's lives for a reason, and that's why the show's here for, dog. To share
I
our history,
appreciate that. I
to
appreciate
share our
that.
stories,
Once you mention those names, it gets me emotional. It's all
because
good.
he was
I'm very vulnerable in the show. I don't care how it is, man.
yeah,
And that's somebody I'm gonna take for the rest of my life with me. And he was my entertainment dad, and he taught
yeah,
me very well. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I never gave up on you or anyone that I was trying to like mirror with myself,
yeah,
because I wanted somebody, like I just have to pay it forward. And that's something that I always remember him saying. He used to say, one of the words he would always say was, make it happen. He would be like,
yeah.
hey man, it could be me and you are into an argument, and he'll be, yo, Flash, you just gotta make it happen, man, and just let go of that, man, and just keep it moving. And I'm like, oh man, how? And he will always put that smile. You just said it. You said it, man.
Yeah.
He knew exactly.
Always put that
So he
smile on,
taught
bro.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's beautiful you saying that, and I'm glad you mentioned
I
his name, because
thank you, man.
he.
I people need to know and know more about this beautiful person, because he did a lot. His locking, his entertainment, his personality, who he was as a person, is an untold story that needs to be out there. It
Yep.
needs to be out there. He's been doing it for since what, the 50s, 60s.
He brought locking on skates to Miami and Puerto Rico. Like, this man
I
was
think he was
doing
the
it,
first one, right? I
yeah,
think
he
he was
was
the
the
first one.
first one
Yeah. I remember
in
I
the
remember he told me that he
'70s.
was,
In the
yeah,
'70s.
I remember he told me he was the first one to do that. And I was like,
He
what the
wasn't
hell?
even seeing breaking. Breaking didn't even exist. He saw the
Yeah.
lockers. Like it's amazing. It's amazing how OG way back, like, people are fighting over who did one move and whatever. Like,
and,
this dude
and
never
Flash,
claimed.
and like
Go
I
ahead,
told
go
you,
ahead.
people are put in your life for a certain situation, for a certain it's planned that way for a reason, and it's for a reason. It's always a positive reason when it comes out like that, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And you were put in my life for a reason. I put in your life for a reason, and it's so on, so on. And like he said, like you said, pass it on. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's awesome that we had to share. With same with Ozone. Like I was put in his life for a reason. You know, and look, we live now here in Naples together. Oh, I'm in Orlando now, but we lived in Naples together. We moved down here together. We moved down here together in 05. You moved here what,
Yeah, shout
04?
out to Ozo, man. That's a good brother
Hell
right
yeah.
there too, man.
That's a real dude right
Shout
there,
out
man.
to
Hell yeah.
him.
Fuck yeah.
Now we're talking about, we're trying to let's lighten the show up because man, you
Let's do
got
it.
me good, brother.
Hey,
You got me
can I
good in
share a
this
story with
one.
you? Can I share a story with you?
Go ahead. Share.
Do you remember when London and Bam Bam took us down, and Speedy, they took us down to that club downtown?
What club? Because
Maybe
there was a lot of clubs.
it was, so it was an old school funk night. Bambaataa was mixing, Kool Herc was mixing. And they were like, yo, we're gonna go down to the club, we're gonna go hang out, we're gonna chill. Come. I think it was the Fun House back then, but then changed the name.
Probably, but keep going.
It was
You
it was
gotta.
it was an anniversary of some of a Zulu, I think.
Okay,
And
was Alien Ness there?
yes.
Okay, carry on. I think I know where you're going. Keep going. Keep saying the story.
So
Because now it came to me. I
we
already know
get
what you're
there,
gonna say, damn it.
and Alien Ness and Fever One wanted to battle us.
Yes.
They set it up so we could battle
Who?
Alien Ness and Fever One.
Wait. Who set that up?
London. They set it up to where they want to remake, because back then Alien Ness and Fever One, they were Rocksteady crew.
And they,
Alien Ness
yeah,
does-
but they did like a duo thing. What was it? They were the duo, remember?
So Alien Ness and London had beef. He left the New York City Breakers, and me and you were repping hard New York City Breakers, and we were on
And
top
we
of our
had
game.
mad routines, and
And we were
bro,
on
that
top of
was
our
our
game.
peak,
Yeah.
peak of
And
breaking
we were on
for
top of our
us.
game, and they heard that Alien Ness and Fever One were gonna be there, and London was like, yo, I'm gonna get my two guys to go ahead and crack these two guys' heads.
Oh,
I learned
my
this years ago.
God, bro.
I learned this.
Who told you this? Who told
I
you
learned
this?
this years ago.
Come on,
I
bro.
heard it.
Tell me who told you this,
Speedy
bro.
told me.
Like for real.
Speedy.
Speedy told you that was for
He
real.
said that they set it up because they wanted us to battle them boys.
Wow.
You went after Alien and I went after Fever One. And I told Fever One, this is from that one time when you doing them baby windmills and I was beginning. Now look at me.
I remember that battling them, bro.
Yeah, we battled them.
Dude,
and
I
we were
thought-
the only B-boys. Dog, we were the only B-boys there.
And I thought that was like because I showed love to Alien Ness. We were both Zulus.
It
So I
was a
showed him
setup
love.
battle.
I
Yeah,
said, what's
it
up
was-
to Fever? And then we ended up battling. So I'm thinking, with Alien S, I used to do that all the time, battle on stage or do, pretend battle. But oh my God.
It was a
man.
setup battle, bro.
It was a setup
And I was
battle.
like, no way.
And you didn't know, I did not know.
No,
that,
we didn't know, man. And then Speedy told me this years ago, and he was like, you do, because I had brought that up to him.
Dude,
He's like, "Oh,
we brought everything that night.
bro. How
Because we
dope
had
Alien-
showmanship. We
How dope
remember that we
Alien
were the
Ness
first
is.
one to start. Remember the shirt?
Yep,
Remember the shirt?
Yep, the shirts.
The,
we
the
were gonna
one
do the
sleeve.
shirts.
No, we said one sleeve shirt. We were like, nah, we're not gonna do two.
And then we had it on our heads.
And then we said, let's take the t-shirt and put it on our
Yep.
heads because
Uh-huh.
we had a little hair. We were the
curly
first
hair.
one to do that shit. And we
Yep.
had only one arm. Bro, that was an epic night. Now that you're mentioning that.
Dude,
Wow,
Dude.
it was a setup, bro.
how good they are, because they were Alien Ness is amazing. Fever is amazing battle. DJ, I'm sorry, B-boy. That night, we took them down. That night, we were on our A game, and our routines were on fire.
I remember
that
that night, bro. Wow, man.
And
I cannot believe it was a setup, bro.
it was this whole year.
And
I didn't know
think-
about this.
So Alien Ness and probably Fever didn't even know. Well, they probably knew. If we went after them, they're like, man, London and them
Yeah.
sent the dogs
Well,
after us.
Fever was the one that started it. Fever started it. When Bambaataa got in the turntables, he played a song and Fever came out to
I remember that.
he came out to us. And he was
Yeah, I
top rocking
remember.
right
He
above us.
walked around and he stood
Yeah.
right in front of us.
Yeah.
And I was like,
With his
what?
hat, hey, with his hat sideways.
Yeah, he
And
did
I
the
was like,
Muggsy,
what
the
the-
Muggsy face on us.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on here? I said, are we doing this right now? Are we doing this?
And
Yeah.
our confidence was off the roof because we were already traveling, we were already touring, we were doing shows
we-
every day, battling,
Flashback.
going to clubs.
That was like 2 weeks when we got back from the Tom Joyner cruise.
Oh my God, that was
That
another
cruise,
amazing time.
flashback
Tom
to this
Joyner
day.
cruise.
To this day, watching the OJs, the Gap
The
Band, Earth, Wind and
OJs.
Fire, Sugar Hill Gang,
Yep. Kumo D.
Kumo D.
We were on
Bro,
stage with them.
to
All
this
the
day,
OGs
bro,
were there.
to this day, I tell my wife this story and she does not believe me.
Question: what year was that, man? Because I need to do some research and find
I want
out
to
what
say
year it is.
2003, a year when I got back from Afghanistan. Because you met us, because we flew to Miami, me and Speedy, and then you missed the flight. And you came
Oh
like,
yeah,
remember you missed the flight.
that's right. I missed my
And you
flight.
you came later that night. So it was me, Speedy, and I was playing the piano, and everyone thought I was playing piano for real.
Oh, that was hilarious.
But yeah, I think it was a year after I came back from Afghanistan.
Damn, man. I wish we had cameras, man. Damn, bro. It's that we were living in the moment. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was 2003, and we did that show. And once again, we're on stage with legends. Like, we can't write this. You can't script this. We're on
And
stage
I remember
with
that they were like,
legends.
"Oh, the OJs are doing the sound check right now in that theater." I was like, "What?"
What?
And me and you went in. Remember, we went
Yeah,
in.
we
Yo,
walked
let's
in.
go see the OJs. We walked
We
in,
walked
right?
in.
Because we got VIP pass, all access pass.
Oh man, all
So we
access,
could go
yeah,
anywhere.
man.
Young ass kids, and we're there in the back, and we're like, and then we see the weird guy from the OJs. Remember, it was like his hair was
No.
funny or something.
That was Gap Band. That was Charlie. He passed away.
Oh
Charlie
man,
Wilson, I
rest
wanna
in
say.
peace too.
Yeah, the Gap Band, the guy with the hair and yeah.
Yeah, we saw that guy
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But we saw so many amazing legends
Earth, Wind and Fire was there.
yes, the
Patti
Gap Band, the Sugar Hill
LaBelle,
Gang, Kumo
Sugar Hill
D,
Gang.
yeah. There was like the flyer was full of old school.
It was 7 days, but we did 3. But it was 7 days of nothing but non-stop shows. At night after dinner, you go to a 2-hour show. The next day, a different crew. I mean, a different band,
Yeah,
2-3 bands.
yeah.
It was like every day. It was like 2-3 bands,
The
and
Tom
I think we
Joyner
were like
old
day
school
3.
boat.
Yeah. And
Amazing.
we were the only young ones on the boat.
Yeah, we were. I remember
the only
that.
young ones on the boat.
And it looked like a mall. Remember, it looked like a mall.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yep.
That was my first cruise, by the way. I never.
We were downstairs in the cabins, no windows.
Yeah, man, it was a luxury prison.
Yeah.
Now, I have a question. If you can be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
Shit. If I could be remembered for one thing, that I'm a jokester. I'm a goofball. I love humor. I love being sort of class clown, but in respectful way as well. If I want to be remembered as, man, not only did he stutter, he was a dope B-boy, and he was funny as shit.
What you gotta say?
I'm that one friend. Hey, I'm that one friend where you can be like, oh my God, I knew a kid that stuttered when I was in high school. I'm that guy.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. You've done amazing because back then you really had a stuttering problem.
I know, I did.
And do you think it had to do with stress in life and
it was
the shit you were going through?
The lack of love for one, the lack of like being afraid because not knowing that
anxiety back then.
Am I gonna stay in this household for 2-3 months or go back to a group home or foster care? It was mentally that aspect of my life where I wasn't really, like out there. So I was shy, I was scared. But once I moved to New York and I found who I was as a person, character-wise, I just took it and ran with it, But I think that's where it came from, of years of not knowing what tomorrow is going to happen, or if I'm going to be okay, or if I'm going to be, remembered. That's probably what it was. It was just my mentality at that point, at that age or that time. But it took me years to overcome stuttering years. It comes here now and there. My wife would be like, babe, you just stuttered. I'm like, oh, cool. But yeah, that's where I think it comes from.
Wow, wow. But I'm actually honored and happy I shared those moments with you back then because, dude, we had a blast, and
We had
there's
a
so
lifetime.
there's so much we can say. You know that, brother.
It, I
There's
got
so many
stories
things.
upon stories.
Things
And
and we didn't even tap into like even talking about when you moved to Florida and you went
yeah,
to Fort Myers, and then I was visiting you in the summer. You
with
guys were trying
Josh,
to convince me.
you
Yeah,
you
you trying
came
to
with
convince me
Josh
to move
and
out there.
the Angels.
Yeah, Floor Angels,
Yes, you
Cindy,
came with them.
Candy,
Yeah, you
Carla, we
came with
were all
Josh and
out
them.
there.
And we're on the jet
Yeah,
ski
and it was
together.
yep, every summer.
Yeah.
Oh man, that jet ski, dude. When I flew out of the jet ski and I freaking hit the palm tree.
I think someone
Which I
has that on
find that
film.
I have it on film. And
Oh my
if
god.
I find it, I'm gonna put it right here, dude, right now.
Someone has it on
Because
film.
that
I
was
seen it. I
just
seen it.
I have that footage. And let me tell you, it
Oh
was so
man.
funny that you're like on the little boat or
And
whatever
the
that
raft.
was, and
I
the
was
raft,
stuck.
and then we pushed you into the middle so you can't, and then you're
I
like,
saw an
yeah, you
alligator.
pretended you're like Cuba, yo vine de Cuba, like you say shit like that. Yeah, I'm gonna put it up
Oh
here.
man.
That was hilarious,
I haven't seen
hilarious.
that
Yeah,
video
man.
in so long. Oh, the
But
video
yeah,
that
and
we did at our apartment where we thought we were kung fu,
yes,
the
I
three-legged
remember
man.
that. The three-legged man. There's so many memories and so
Flash,
many things.
Flash. Let me ask you a question. If social media was big like it is now, back then, when we were doing our skits, we'd be millionaires.
Oh, dude, we would have been higher than Logan Paul and all
We
those
would be millionaires because
social media people.
your filming back then, you captured everything, everything,
I was making sure, and I
and
have so many.
we were daredevils, and we were doing crazy stuff. Before
Yes,
this YouTube,
indeed.
before the Instagram, before the Snapchat, and we were doing that. We were doing that before everybody was doing that.
It's
Before
crazy,
Jackass.
crazy. Yes,
But,
yes. But brother, we're here at the end of the show, man. I would love to
hey,
do a part two and talk about
oh man, I'd be
just when
honored.
you came back to Florida, because New York City, we just spoke a little bit about it. It's very difficult to like capture, let's say, 30 years of us knowing each other in like 2 to 3 hours. Is so difficult. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you your own screen. I'm going to ask you, so what are you up to these days? Where can people find you online and connect with
Okay.
you? Give you shout
Yes.
outs. Let the world know if you're coming back, if you're going to be inspired to do this again, where to check it out. I just gave you a little inspiration because, just talking to you, man, it just gave me some type of energy that I was like, man, I start training again.
Right.
But
Something, right?
yeah, take it away, my brother.
All right. What's up, what's up, everybody? Hope you guys enjoy the show. A lot of love there, a lot of wisdom, and a lot of history. But if anyone thinks about doing an RV life, I'm almost 2 years in. I know everything, all the ins and outs of how to live in an RV, how to maneuver one, how to travel the right way in one. So anything you want to learn or any questions you have, I'm your man. I am coming out with a YouTube channel soon. Stay tuned. Once it's in the works. It's not finalized yet, but yeah, it's gonna be about my adventures with my beautiful family, RVing across America. You can catch me on Instagram, Bambino and Felicia, because my wife and I, we share a page with my kids, and also my other page, Ray NYCB Bboy page on Instagram. You have any questions or hip hop or anything we ever came across past back in the days, and you wanted me or you got something for me or footage of me, or you want to talk or touch base, and just sit down. Hey man, Ray NYCB on IG, And yeah, man. And I want to thank Flashback, for having me on the show. It's a beautiful thing he did, and I hope this show continues on. And I really see big things coming from this show because the world needs to hear hip hop history. They need to know what's it comes from. And I love the fact that Flash is doing this. So Flash, kudos to you. Big shout out to you. I want to shout out a few people. Mainly my brother Ozone, B-Boy Ozone. He's been there for me since day one, A1. I want to shout out New City Breakers, the original Chino Action, Little Lab, Profitplex, Flip Rock. I mean, them boys always show me love. They took me in the wing. I want to shout out my beautiful family, So yeah, man. Once again, Flash, thank you so much for having me on the show. It's been an honor. And
are you still a barber? Are you still a barber? Are you still running the business?
So I am a celebrity barber. I cut only certain people hair nowadays, just because I'm traveling a lot. But when I'm back in Orlando or back in Naples,
so if they want to book you,
it's very hard to book me because I have my certain people. But I'm coming back to the barber business. My shop is still going. Yeah, if you want to book me, my barber page is Ray the Barber IG. I know I got so many pages. I got barber page, a B-boy page, a family page, an RV page. It's just like it's so many things going on. But yeah, if you want to book me in Orlando, I'm in Orlando area full time. As of right now, after season, I'll be leaving back again cross country. But as of right now, I'm in Orlando. So Ray Bambino the Barber IG. And thank you all very much, man, for having me on the show, Flashback. And you're my brother for life, man. And the time we share is never forgetting, never be forgot, because it's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, man. So many stories.
And I'm looking forward for part 2 because
yes, we need to.
Because all the stories are different.
Yeah, by that time, I'm going to put a bunch of shows, a bunch of things. This is basically an introduction to our viewers and our listeners.
Yes.
One of my brothers that were out there doing it. We traveled the world. We did so many shows. We battled so many people. We were students of the best, and I share that with this brother. So Ray, brother, thank you, man. I appreciate you for being on the show, taking your time. I know everybody's stuck in their own world and doing their thing, but you taking this little time just to have a conversation with me, I really appreciate it. I hope we continue doing this because we need more conversations, man. That's actually what's missing in life right now. You have to share more conversation with us. Yes. So, brother, ladies and gentlemen, this is Flash Talks, history worth listening. We got Ray, third generation New York City Breakers. I go by the name of Flashback. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for being or actually watching the show or listening to the show.
Listening, yeah.
All right. So, Ray, good night, my brother. Stay in the studio. We'll talk right after. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.